The gospel of Paul
enjiri ya Pawulo
is the message
bwe bubaka
to the Gentiles.
eri abanamawanga.
Is the message to the Gentiles.
Enjiri ya Pawulo bubaka eri abanamawanga.
He says if you keep the same.
Agamba nti ekyo bonna akikuuma.
Let me put it this way. There is no new revelation.
Tewaliwo kubikulirwa kupya.
Paul the apostle
Pawulo omutume
arrived to the finality of that revelation.
Yatuuka ku bujjuvu bw'okubikulirwa okwo.
You cannot be the one to establish the foundation
Tosobola kubanga ye gwalina okusimba omusingi
and still be wanting in the establishing.
ate n'osangibwa nga olina ebibulamu mu kusimbibwa.
You won't be trusted.
Ekitegeeza tojja kwesigisibwa.
You won't be trusted.
Tojja kwesigibwa.
This is the things you have heard of me.
Agamba ebyo ebintu by'ompuliddeko.
He's not saying if you have heard that Paul raises the dead, Paul cleanses the lepers, Paul demonstrates power. No, when he says the things you have heard of me, the things you have heard from me,
Ebintu by'ompulidde nga njogera.
he says commit those things to faithful men.
Ebyo ebintu byennyini by'oba weesigisa abeesigwa.
That means in the congregation of a fellowship or a service or a crusade, whatever,
Kitegeeza mu kukuŋŋaana oba ku luseedi oba fellowship.
there's a cluster of men
Waliwo abantu
designated as faithful men.
nga bo baasimbibwawo ng'abeesigwa.
This is not the faithfulness of morality. This is faithfulness
Kuno kwesigwa
to the measure of truth as it should be. If the church was open to this,
ekkanisa bw'eba nga yayanjulwa eri kino,
this alone would have been enough
kino kyandibadde nga kimala
to define the boundary of the church.
okunnyonnyola ensalosalo z'ekkanisa.
But you see,
Naye olaba
we are saying things such as, you must be deeper than Paul. Where is that coming from? Yet the instruction is,
ate ng'ekiragiro kiri nti
what you have heard me teach.
ebyo by'ompulidde
Now,
nga nsomesa.
He's not speaking as an ordinary apostle. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Simanyi oba tutegeera kye ŋŋamba.
The wisdom of Paul
Amagezi ga Pawulo
is a benchmark for judgment. Even you're going to be judged
kaabe ggwe naawe oliramulwa.
from his wisdom. I'm talking of a man who says,
Njogera ku musajja agamba
before you were born,
nga tonaba kuzaalibwa,
mweno statement nawe yagikuteekamu. He said, if any man.
agamba omuntu yenna.
That was a boundless statement. It was not restricted to time. It was not limited to time.
Kwali tekukugibwa
If
biseera.
any man
Omuntu yenna
preach any other gospel
bw'abuulira enjiri yonna endala
other than my gospel,
okuggyako enjiri yange
let him be accursed.
akolimibwenga.
He had jurisdiction to even judge spirits. What kind of grace was on him? That means even if you don't have the Bible today,
Kitegeeza nti ne bw'oba tolina Bayibuli
but you had the letters of Paul,
naye ng'olina ebbaluwa za Pawulo,
that was enough for heaven to stand on. But for the order of the Spirit that is with that man to extend to generations and generations after, it was required
kyali kyetaagisibwa
to have faithful men.
okubeera n'abasajja abeesigwa.
Not faithful to prayer,
Si abeesigwa mu kusaba,
not faithful to fasting,
si abeesigwa eri okusiiba,
but faithful to the things he was teaching. His gospel. He said to take it the way it was and also pass it on to others.